Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. We begin in the name of Almighty Allah, the most magnificent, the ever merciful. We glorify Him, we praise Him, and of course we elevate His name as He ought to be elevated. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I extend to you the eternal and the universal salutation of peace. May the peace, blessings and mercies of Almighty Allah be upon you. A most pleasant good morning going out to you on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. It is of course the end of the week, the day of Jum'ah. As always, I do pray and hope that you are healthy, well, safe and sound, enjoying a period of happiness, well-being and prosperity. I'm your host and brother in humanity, Imam Safar Asghani, here in your company once again on this auspicious and very, very holy day of Friday, the day of Jum'ah here in Trinidad and Tobago. I want to take the opportunity as well, as we always do, to say a very special thank you going out to Pandit Chief and Hari Prasad for this beautiful and wonderful words of inspiration and motivation. And of course, as we always do, we wish him a safe and a speedy trip back home. All praises are due to Almighty Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the magnificent, the merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment. O Allah, it is you do we worship, and from you only do we ask for help. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those upon whom you have bestowed your favor, not the path of those who have evoked your anger, nor the path of those who have gone astray. Ameen Ya Rabbal Alameen. Today's Islamic date is the 14th day in the month of Rajab. We are currently, of course, in the 7th month on the Islamic calendar in the year 1445. And as we speak, there are roughly about 6 weeks left before the arrival of the holy month of Ramadan for this year, for the year 2024, for the year 1445. Time is moving by very, very quickly. Today also coincides with the 4th and, of course, the last Friday in the month of January in the year 2024. So 1 month in the new year already coming to an end. We're heading very quickly towards another month of Ramadan. Like I mentioned before, time is of the essence. And what you do with the time that is given to you is what matters most in the sight of your Creator. And today, as we are now getting ready to commence that very special day in the week, that very holy day of Jum'ah here in Trinidad and Tobago, allow me now to take the opportunity, of course, to welcome you live on air, on the internet, of course, live on Facebook as well, for this weekly program titled Soul Inspirations. Your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. By all means, stick around. Keep it locked on to 103.1 FM. This is Soul Inspirations, and I'm yours truly, Imam Safar Asghani. Everything I
مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبيبك خير الخلق كلهم سحر کا وقت تھا معصوم گلیاں مسکراتی تھی ہوائیں خیر مقدم کے ترانے گنگناتی تھی ابھی جبریل بھی اترے نہ تھے کعبے کے منبر سے کہ اتنے میں صدا آئی یہ عبداللہ کے گھر سے مبارک ہو شہ ہر دو جہاں تشریف لے آئے مبارک ہو محمد مصطفیٰ تشریف لے آئے مولاي صل وسلم دائما ابدا على حبیبی کا خیر الخلق کلہم نہ کوئی آپ جیسا تھا نہ کوئی آپ جیسا ہے کوئی یوسف سے پوچھے مصطفیٰ کا حسن کیسا ہے زمین و آسمان میں کوئی بھی مثال نہ ملی مولایا صلی وسلم دائما ابدا علی حبیبک خیر الخلق کلہم دلیل زندگی وہ ہے کمال بندگی وہ ہے کوئی بھی دور ہو اس میں معراج آدمی وہ ہے وہی تو دین دنیا ہے جو باتیں آپ نے کہی مولایا صلی وسلم دائما ابدا علی حبیبک خیر الخلق کلہم کوئی بھی بات ہو ہر حکم ان کا معتبر ایسا کہ ان کا ہاں نہیں کہنا بھی ہے قرآن کے جیسا حدیث پاک کہلائے جو باتیں آپ نے کہی مولایا صلی وسلم دائما ابدا علی حبیبک خیر الخلق کلہم سلام اس پر کہ جس نے بے کسوں کی دستگیری کی سلام اس پر کہ جس نے بادشاہی میں فقیری کی سلام اس پر کہ جس کے گھر نہ چاندی تھی نہ سونا تھا سلام اس پر کہ ٹوٹا بوریا جس کا بچھونا تھا درود ان پر سلام ان پر یہی کہنا خدا کا ہے خدا کے بعد جو ہے مرتبہ صلی اللہ کا ہے وہی سردار عالم ہے وہی غفار امت ہے وہی تو حشر کے میدان میں سب کی شفاعت ہے شفاعت کے لیے سب کی نظر ان پر لگی ہوگی مولایا صلی وسلم دائما ابدا علی حبیبک خیر الخلق کلہم مولایا صلی وسلم دائما ابدا علی حبیبک خیر الخلق کلہم
You're tuned into Soul Inspirations on 103.1 FM with yours truly, Imam Safraz Ghani. And as always, I must say it's an absolute honor and, of course, a personal pleasure to be in your company once again for around about the next hour or so. I also must take the opportunity as well to say a very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Adams Project Management and Construction Limited, located at number 66 Omera Industrial Estate out there in Arima. And of course, you can contact them on 645-8326, 6639-144. Island Chicken Meats and Poultry Processors, located at number 47 Caroni Savannah Road out there in Charleville. Contact numbers 471-3850, 382-5418. Nicer Brand Products Limited at number 23 Brookhill Road out there in Canupia. Contact number 665-3078, 665-3079. And F&A Hardware and Shopping Center, located at number 280 Russia Douglas Road out there in Parapur. And of course, you can contact them on 277-8000. And of course, just as a reminder, you can send me a message on the program this morning via the WhatsApp number 2994103. Alternatively, you can send me a message via the Facebook feed live as well. On the program this morning, of course, we've got a very, very interesting segment, as we always tend to do, lined up for you. First up, we start off with our short inspirational segment, followed by the early morning call to prayer. As we go through the course of the program, however, I'll be sharing with you, of course, a few beautiful Islamic selections. And later on in the program, as we get into our lecture segments, we'll be continuing our very special feature on the road to Ramadan. Like I mentioned before, we've got roughly about 6 weeks left before the arrival of the month of Ramadan. So we'll be discussing certain concepts, certain areas of our lives that we should definitely try to improve on as we head into another month of Ramadan. So this morning, on that very special feature on the road to Ramadan, we'll be speaking about mind control. That is a very important concept we must understand for every aspect of our lives as well. So lots to look forward to as we get through this particular hour together. By all means, do keep it locked on to 103.1 FM. Stick around. This is Soul Inspirations. And I'm yours truly, Imam Safraz Gan.
We once had a teacher, the teacher of teachers. He changed the world for the better and made us better creatures. Oh Allah, we've shamed ourselves, we've strayed from Al-Mu'allim. Surely we wronged ourselves, what will we say in front of it? Mu'allim. He was Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Muhammad, mercy upon mankind. Teacher of all mankind, Abul Qasim, Ya Habibi, Ya Muhammad, Ya Shafi'i, Ya Muhammad, Khairu Khalqillahi Muhammad, Ya Mustafa, Ya Imam al-Mursalin, Ya Mustafa, Ya Shafi'i al-Alamin, Ya He prayed while others slept, while others bathed, he'd fast. While they would laugh, he wept until he breathed his last. His only wish was for us to be among the ones who prosper. Ya Mu'allim, peace be upon you, truly you are our teacher. Mu'allim. He was Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Muhammad, mercy upon mankind. Teacher of all mankind. Ya He taught us to be just and kind, and to feed the poor and hungry, help the wayfarer and the orphan child, and to not be cruel and miserly. His speech was soft and gentle, like a mother stroking her child. His mercy and compassion were most radiant when he smiled. He was Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Muhammad, mercy upon mankind. He was Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Muhammad, mercy upon mankind, teacher of all mankind. أبا القاسم يا حبيبي يا محمد، يا شفيعي يا محمد، خير خلق الله محمد. يا مصطفى يا إمام المرسلين، يا مصطفى يا شفيع العالمين، يا معلم.
Allah's blessings and mercies to you and yours on this beautiful Friday morning. Jummah Mubarak going out to you and yours. As we thank Almighty Allah for the gift of a brand new day, as we welcome the opportunity to become a better individual. And I must say, it is so refreshing if you take the opportunity to work on yourself. To work on yourself is really and truly the best thing that you can do. Invest in yourself, work on yourself with the aim of becoming a better individual. And as you go through the course of that particular journey, accept that you are not perfect. But of course, you are enough to make things better. Start working on everything that destroys you. Your insecurities, your ego, your dark thoughts. And you will see in the end that you are going to make peace with yourself. And that in itself will indeed be the greatest thing in the world. So take your troubles, your triumphs, your heartaches, your hurts, and make something beautiful out of it. You can either feel sorry for what life has thrown your way, or you can be grateful for the lessons that you have learned along the way and continue to move forward with that newfound experience and that newfound education. So to you, I say this morning, may Allah bless you this day. May He continue to shower you with His mercies and His bounties. May He open the doors of mercy upon you. And may He continue to guide your footsteps always to all that is good, towards happiness and prosperity and strength and courage to face the challenges that will come your way this day. I also want to take the opportunity as well to say a very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning, of course, is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Nicer Brand Products Limited of number 23 Brookhard Road out there in Canupia. Contact number 665-3078, 665-3079. F&A Hardware and Shopping Center located at number 280 Roshad Douglas Road out there in Barrowpaw. Contact number 277-8000. Island Chicken Meats and Poultry Processors located at number 47 Caroni Savannah Road out there in Charleville. Contact numbers 471-3850-382-5418 and the Original Barbecue Hut Limited located at number 85 to 89 Cipera Road, Victoria Village out there in San Fernando. Contact number 657-9429. I also want to say a very special thank you going out to all those who messaged on the program this morning. Thank you so much for joining us on the program this morning. With the peace, blessings and mercies of Almighty Allah be with you. Our inspirational segment is coming up very, very shortly. By all means, stick around. This is Soul Inspirations.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm pretty sure that you have heard of the Nobel Prize. The Nobel Prize is an annual international award administered by the Nobel Foundation in Sweden. Each year it is awarded to those people who have rendered the greatest service to humankind. The Nobel Prize is named after the great Swedish inventor Alfred Nobel, who is famously known for the invention of dynamite. So history has it that one morning he was reading his newspaper, and to his surprise and horror, he read his own name in the obituary column. The newspaper had mistakenly reported his death. Of course, he was shocked to read a news headline about his own death. Of course, after a while, when he regained his composure, he read it to find out what people had said about him. Because he was known for inventing the dynamite, the obituary column included sentences like, "Dynamite King dies," and "He was the merchant of death." Of course, the man was the inventor of dynamite, and when he read the words "merchant of death," he quietly asked himself a question. He said, "Is this how I am going to be remembered? I'm going to be remembered as a merchant of death?" This did not go down too well with him. And there and then he decided that this was not the way he wanted to be remembered. And he made a firm intention. He made a decision there and then to change his life and to make a change in his life. From that day on, he started working towards world peace. His name was Alfred Nobel, and he's remembered today by the great Nobel Prize, the greatest of all prizes. He's remembered for his dedication, for his dedicated work to the upliftment of humanity, and he's not remembered for the person who invented the dynamite. The Nobel Prize has been honoring men and women from all corners of the globe for outstanding achievements in service towards mankind since the year 1901. The foundations for the prize were laid in 1895 when Alfred Nobel wrote his last will, leaving much of his wealth to the establishment of the Nobel Prize. The moral is that it is never too late to start over. It is never too late to change the course of the river, so to say. It is never too late to make a change in your life for the better. Life is a very precious gift. It is a roller coaster of emotions and experiences and opportunities. It is indeed a beautiful masterpiece that you have the privilege of creating every single day. But amidst the highs and lows, amidst the triumphs and challenges, it is essential to remember that life is what you make out of it. You possess immense potential, just waiting to be unleashed. We all have dreams, aspirations, and goals that define us. However, sometimes you can find yourself trapped in the monotony of routine, losing sight of your true purpose. Sometimes in life we become entangled in the web of societal expectations, seeking validation from others rather than seeking fulfillment from within. But let me remind you this morning that you hold the power to break free from those chains. You have the capability to rewrite your story and to redefine your path. Life is not about conforming to norms, but it is about embracing your uniqueness and carving your own extraordinary journey ahead. So I'm here to tell you this morning that you are capable of extraordinary things. You have within you the power to create the life you envisioned. You have within you the power to break free from the constraints of society and to follow your own higher path. So believe in yourself, believe in your talents, and above all, believe in your potential. It is through belief that the impossible becomes possible. And remember, life is an adventure, and adventures require bravery. So sometimes in life, you have to embrace the unknown. Step outside of your comfort zone. Step outside of your box. And face your fears head on. It is only through confronting your fears that can you really and truly discover your inner strength. So don't be afraid to take risks. For it is in those moments of uncertainty that you tend to find growth and you learn the most valuable lessons. Resilience is the key. It is the key that unlocks the doors to success. The road to your dreams may be filled with obstacles and setbacks and moments of doubts. But it is in those moments that you must dig deep and find the resilience from deep down and to keep going and moving forward. Life is also about embracing failure. Failure is not the end, but rather it is a stepping stone to success. It teaches resilience, perseverance, and the importance of picking yourself up when you stumble. Embrace failure as a friend, not as an enemy. For it is through failure that you really and truly gain wisdom, and you develop within you the determination to strive for greatness. And moreover, life is not just about personal growth. Of course, we are here in this world and we try our very best to be a better version of ourselves, but it is not only there. That is not all that life has to offer. It is also about making a positive impact upon the world around. In the Quran, in chapter 67, verse 2, Almighty Allah reminds us that indeed Almighty Allah has created life and death in order to test you, to see which of you is better in his actions and better in his conduct. And indeed, Almighty Allah is most forgiving. So always remember, as you go through the journey of life, embrace empathy, embrace compassion and kindness. Try your best to do good. Leave a positive impact on the world. Reach out to those in need. Lend a helping hand. Be the reason for someone's belief in the goodness of mankind. And remember that even in the smallest act of kindness can we create ripples of change that extend far beyond what you can imagine. So use your talents, your skills, your voice to uplift others, to inspire change, and to contribute towards something that is greater than yourself. And finally, let gratitude be your guiding light. Cultivate a mindset of gratitude. Be thankful for all that you have in your life, even though it may seem as nothing. Even though it may seem as trivial, be thankful for those things as well. Appreciate the little things, the things that we tend to take for granted. So as you navigate this beautiful journey called life, remember to live with a purpose, live with passion and authenticity, embrace the unknown, learn from your failures, cherish the simple joys, make a positive impact on the world, and practice gratitude every single step of the way. The road may be challenging, the road may be difficult, but know that you have the strength to overcome any obstacle. Your dreams are waiting for you to claim them. So let your life be a testament to the power of belief. Let it be a testament to the power of resilience and the pursuit of your dreams. Remember, the world is waiting for you to unleash your greatness. At this point on the program, we now go to the early morning call to prayer. The early morning call to prayer this morning is being brought to you with the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Kinnupia.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على حي على حي على حي على
A very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of Absolute Investments Limited of Madra Road in Kunupia. The Price Club Supermarket located at Ramsaran Street out there in Chagonas. Contact number 671-7777. And Point Fortune Hardware Limited Wholesale Division located at Frederick Settlements out there in Karani. And of course, you can contact them on 662-1233-678-0857. I also want to say a very special thank you going out to all those who messaged on the program this morning. Thank you so much for your beautiful and wonderful messages. May the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be with you. I would like to segment this coming up in a very short while. By all means, do keep it locked on to 103.1 FM. This is Soul Inspirations. And I'm yours truly, Imam Safraski.
يا من صليت بكل الأنبياء يا من في قلبك رحمة للناس يا من ألفت قلوبا بالإسلام يا حبيبي يا شافعي يا رسول الله بأمي وأبي فديتك سيدي صلاة وسلام عليك يا نبي حبيبي يا محمد أتيت بالسلام والهدى محمد حبيبي يا محمد يا رحمة للعالمين يا محمد يا من حليت حياتنا بالإيمان يا من بجمالك علمت الإحسان يا من نورت قلوبنا بالقرآن يا حبيبي يا شافعي يا رسول الله بأمي وأبي فديتك سيدي صلاة وسلام عليك يا نبي حبيبي يا محمد أتيت بالسلام والهدى محمد حبيبي يا محمد، يا رحمة للعالمين يا محمد. صلى الله على خاتم الأنبياء محمد، محمد رحمة للعالمين، رحمة للعالمين. محمد، محمد رحمة للعالمين، رحمة للعالمين. محمد، محمد رحمة للعالمين، رحمة للعالمين. حبيبي يا محمد، أتيت بالسلام والهدى محمد. حبيبي يا محمد، يا رحمة للعالمين يا محمد. حبيبي يا محمد، أتيت بالسلام والهدى محمد. حبيبي يا محمد، يا رحمة للعالمين يا محمد.
زينت السماء وضعت الجبال، أمرت البحار وخلقت الجنان، سيرت الكواكب أضأت النجوم، فجرت الأنهار فأرحت القلوب. وللعباد أنزلت الإسلام، وللهداية أنزلت القرآن، وبالسلام أرسلت الأنبياء، من الظلام إلى الضياء. سألت حين رفعت يدي عن رحمة وسعت كل شيء، في ضعف ربي أشكو إليه، لكنني راض بما قضيت. إن شئت قلت كن فيكون، وزلت عني كل الهموم. أنت الكريم وأنت الرحيم، أنت السلام وأنت السبيل. Majestic and mighty, the King of the worlds, the Lord of creations and the heavens above. You're closer to me than my jugular vein. You answer my prayers when I'm hurt and in pain. And in return for worship and love, you give eternal peace beyond love. And all around we see all your signs, hear every prayer, so here's mine. سألت حين رفعت يدي عن رحمة وسعت كل شيء، في ضعف ربي أشكو إليه، لكنني راض بما قضيت. إن شئت قلت كن فيكون، وزلت عني كل الهموم. أنت الكريم وأنت الرحيم، أنت السلام وأنت السبيل. رفعت يدي
ضاعت كل شيء في ضعفي ربي أشكو إليك لكنني راض بما قضيت إن شئت قلت كن فيكون وزلت عني كل الخوف أنت الكريم وأنت الرحيم أنت السلام وأنت السميع Very powerful nasheed indeed. Indeed, it is a reminder for us all that Almighty Allah is in control of everything. He's in control of our lives. All we can do is connect ourselves to Him, and He will ensure that everything is taken care of. Welcome back. I'm yours truly, Imam Safraz Ghani, host of this weekly program titled Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment on this beautiful Friday morning. It is, of course, the end of the week. It is, of course, the day of Jum'ah. May the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be upon you and your family. At this point on the program, we now get into our lecture segment. And like I mentioned before, from now until the month of Ramadan, every Friday we'll be having a very special feature on the road to Ramadan, preparing ourselves for the arrival of the month of Ramadan. And in today's segment, we'll be talking about mind control. It's very important that we control our thoughts and we're able to focus on what we are doing. Sometimes in life, we are all guilty of allowing our minds to wander. We are all guilty of allowing our minds to fall into the habits of daydreaming while we are attending to our religious duties and not being present in the moment. Even though our bodies are there, our minds are very, very far away. So one of the things we must learn to perfect as we head into this very holy period leading up to the month of Ramadan is to control your thoughts. Ensure that you are able to focus on what you are doing. Focus is indeed the most important thing. Because if you lose focus, the outcome can become very, very disastrous. Think about a person who's driving a car. He's driving along the highway at top speed, but then all of a sudden, he takes his eyes off the road for a split second. And in doing so, he loses focus on the task ahead. The outcome can become very, very disastrous. So the month of Ramadan that is very quickly approaching, roughly about 6 weeks left now. It is a time for worship. It is a time for prayer. And it is a time that we indulge ourselves in various different acts of ibadah, various different acts of worship. If you're unable to focus while you go through these acts of worship, then your acts of worship will be hollow. Even though you would have the shell of those acts of worship, even though you may have the shell of fasting, even though you may have the shell of prayer and recitation of Quran, and so on, and charity, and so on and so forth, the inside would be very, very hollow. I always remember there was the story of this one man who opened his business in a city. Eventually, the business grew to allow for the opening of 4 branches. So every day, every evening after closing up shop, he would head down to the local mosque to perform his evening prayer in congregation. Now, the evening prayer is 4 units of prayer. So every evening he would go, he would stand behind the imam, and he would perform his evening prayer in congregation. One evening, after the congregation, this person stood up and he was so convinced that the imam made a mistake. He said, "Imam, you did not perform 4 units, you only performed 3 units, you made a mistake." No one else in the congregation came forward with that complaint beside this individual. So everyone in the congregation asked him, "Well, how do you know? Where is your proof? You are saying that the imam made a mistake. He was supposed to perform 4 units, he only performed 3 units. How do you know?" So he said, "Well, every evening when I come to join the congregation, while the prayer is going on, I do the accounts of all of my 4 branches in each unit. Unit number 1, I will do the accounts of the first branch. Unit number 2, second branch, third branch, and fourth branch as we go through the prayer on an evening. He said, today I was only able to complete the accounts of 3 branches, and Imam came to an end of the prayer, hence the reason why I know that he made a mistake. And think about it. When you're standing in prayer and you're thinking about your business, your mind should be focused on the Almighty. And that is why we have to perfect that particular concept. Mind control. Control your mind. You are what you allow your brain to consume. And one scholar, he so rightly mentioned that you have to be a parent to your brain. Now think about that for a moment. If a parent has a child, the parent is highly protective of that child. If the parent sees that child walking towards something which is dangerous, the parent will ensure that that child is pulled away from that danger. The child is walking towards fire, the parent will very quickly run and pull the child away from the fire. The parent is also very watchful over what the child consumes, because the parent knows that what the child consumes can either be beneficial for the child or harmful. So in a similar manner, you have to be a parent to your mind, a parent to your brain. You have to be highly protective of your brain, of your mind. And if you see your thoughts heading towards something which is dangerous, ensure to pull your thoughts back from venturing down that path. Be very watchful also over what your mind consumes, because that can either be beneficial for you or it can be very, very harmful for you as you continue on with the journey of your life. Allow your mind to consume things that are beneficial. Allow your mind to consume things that will foster growth. Allow your mind to consume things that will bring about spirituality in your life. Do not allow your mind to consume negativity. Do not allow your mind to consume evil, because the fruits of those things will eventually become apparent upon you. So as we head into this holy month coming up, train your mind to focus on what you are doing, especially with regards to your acts of worship. Don't just go through the motions. Focus on what you are doing. And how do you build focus? Well, I want to share with you a few very quick points. Number one, before carrying out an act of worship, try to distress a little bit, eliminate distractions, and clear your mind. That is the first thing. Don't think about anything materialistic. Now you are about to offer an act of worship. Clear your mind, distress, eliminate all of the distractions, and focus on what you are about to do. Practice mindfulness. Sometimes, it will all go well for you if you are also well rested. If you are very tired and you go to approach your worship, then too you can lose your concentration. So focus on the moment and ensure that whatever you are doing, you are there within the moment. Don't allow it to be an experience of only the body and not the mind. It must be an experience of the body, the mind, and the soul. And that is where your efforts need to be. That is where the training process needs to happen. You need to train your body, your mind, and your soul to be present every single time you perform an act of worship. And if you can do that, every act of worship will be a source of such spiritual elevation that will go beyond your wildest expectation. And like I mentioned before, with the month of Ramadan just around the corner, it is an avenue that we should definitely think about. Don't just go through the motions, and start practicing that from now. Start focusing when you perform your prayer. Start focusing when you recite your Quran. Start focusing, when you do any other act of worship, so that when the month of Ramadan comes around, you will be in a good position to acquire the maximum benefit from the month of Ramadan. Always remember that this month, the month that we are currently in, the month of Rajab, which is the 7th month on the Islamic calendar, this is a time when you have to plant the seeds. Coming up next is the 8th month. Within a couple of weeks is the 8th month, the month of Sha'ban. In that month, you water those seeds. And when do you reap? You reap in the month of Ramadan. You cannot possibly wait for the month of Ramadan to come, and then you start planting the seeds, and then you start watering those seeds, hoping that those seeds would grow in time for you to reap also in the month of Ramadan. It doesn't work like that. And one of the most important aspects is to prepare your mind. Be mentally ready. Train your mind to be alive and to be there with you when you perform your acts of worship. Let it be a fulfilling experience. Don't allow your worships to be like empty eggshells. Work on your performance, work on your focus, your dedication, your concentration, and you would see when another month of Ramadan comes around, if you are so blessed to witness another month of Ramadan, you will see how it will benefit you in this life as well as in the life of the hereafter. May Allah bless us in this period leading up to the month of Ramadan. May He keep us all safe, and may He enable us to witness another beautiful month of Ramadan as we continue on with the journey of our lives.
آمنت بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسوله واليوم الآخر والقدر خيره والشره من الله والبأس بعد الموت لا إله إلا الله آمنت بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسوله واليوم الآخر والقدر خيره والشره من الله والبأس بعد الموت لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. يا الله يا الله كن خيتك بخطا حافظت الشوق وشبه بتشقي خطا حياتنا يا ربي حسني لك قضينا شغلها قبل الأداء يا الله كن خيتك بخطا حافظت الشوق وشبه بتشقي خطا حياتنا يا ربي حسني لك قضينا شغلها قبل الأداء آمنت بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسوله واليوم الآخر والقدر خيره والشره من الله والبأس بعد الموت لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله.
As we're coming to the end of the program for this morning, I want to take the opportunity to say a very special thank you going out to the sponsors. The program this morning is being brought to you through the kind courtesies of the Price Club Supermarket, located at Ramsaran Street out there in Shigonas. Contact number 671-7777. But Fortune Hardware Limited Wholesale Division, located at Frederick Settlements out there in Caroni. Contact number 662-1233-678-0857. Adams Project Management and Construction Limited, located at number 66 Omera Industrial Estate out there in Arima. Contact number 645-8326, 663-9144. The Original Barbecue Hut Limited, located at number 85 to 89 Sipera Road, Victoria Village out there in San Fernando. Contact number 657-9429. And Absolute Investments Limited of Monroe Road in Canibia. I also want to take the opportunity as well to say a very special thank you to all those who messaged on the program this morning via the WhatsApp number and of course via the Facebook feed live as well. Thank you so much for your beautiful words. Thank you so much for your kind sentiments. May the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be with you. So to everyone who joined us on the program this morning, both locally, internationally, regionally, thank you so much for spending this time with me. It was an absolute pleasure to be in your company over the past hour or so. By all means, you catch me next week Friday from 5 a.m. as we bring to you another segment of Soul Inspirations, your program for inspiration, information, education, and entertainment. I'm your host and brother in humanity, Imam Safraz Ghaini, signing out for this morning. Until next week Friday, please do have an extremely blessed day, an extremely blessed week. Stay safe and stay in the mercy of Almighty Allah. Much love. May the peace, blessings, and mercies of Almighty Allah be with you. Up next is News at 6, followed by Prabhat. By all means, keep it locked on to 103.1 FM. For more inspirational and motivational programming throughout the course of today. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Hey, little fish in the bottom of the ocean, moving along in a really cool motion. Did you ever wonder where you came from? Who is the Lord of all creation? The little fish said, that's my Lord. The little fish said, that's my Lord. The little fish said, that's my Lord. I love the creator of us all. Hey, little bird, so way up high, light up the sky with your colored design. Tell me who made you and I, me to walk and you to fly. The little bird said, that's my Lord. The little bird said, that's my Lord. The little bird said, that's my Lord. I love the creator of us all. Allahu Akbar, our creator. There's no one greater than Allah. So why do we stand tall, too proud to recognize what's right before our eyes? Signs from the Lord. Hey, alligator, lay so still. Who's your maker? By whose will do you crawl and do you swim? Who controls everything? The alligator said, that's my Lord. The alligator said, that's my Lord. The alligator said, that's my Lord. I love the creator of us all. Hey, king of the jungle, the mighty lion, top of the food chain, no denying. But who is the one that you rely on? Life or death, who is deciding? The lion said, that's my Lord. The lion said, that's my Lord. The lion said, that's my Lord. Allah, the creator of us all. Allahu Akbar, our creator. There's no one greater than Allah. So why do we stand tall, too proud to recognize